Hello, everybody. A little bit later report about what's cooking in the skies. You know, what cooking in the skies we are going to eat, basically. There is a lot of shifts are going. Look at it within a specific thing. Going to be talking about today about the Mercury retrograde. What did you do, or what you were prepared to do month and a half ago? What was the energies there? What was the things that goes on? What was the things that you worked on it? You might gonna be find out that same energies as before. You are working it right now. It's kind of like getting the messages of what you should do, what you should look at it, and that is the part of the after shadow period. That is it. After shadow period that it comes in the Mercury retrograde, but you're gonna also feeling this push of energies that are very strong. You can't resist in there, but you gotta be very careful with these energies because that it is about Jupiter entering Taurus. Hey, CC. Good morning, CC. Good morning, Christine. Thank you guys for being here. Yes, there is a power. It's a lot of power. It's coming because Jupiter is going to be pretty much in the ear into Taurus, helping us to enlighten the issues that we have in material world, to help us to remove, to delete, to demolish for it. Basically, don't build your house on the broken castle because you still don't know what the damage of the broken castle is. You have to demolish the broken castle and build it again. Basically, and good morning. For so this is the energies that you gotta be mind your actions right now. Since all this Mars, that is the immaturity of Mars can go ahead and create things. Be careful with messages, miscommunications, missituations, and so on, because that Mercury retrograde, it is still and is after shadow period. What I'm talking about after shadow, it is like when you walk into the shadow, into the unknown, you don't know what it was going. You went through the Mercury retrograde, all the communications, all the lessons you learned in there, and now you're walking out of this Mercury retrograde. There is a after shadow period of things that have of what you actually learn, what you actually gain in there, and what you're going to perform. You're going to find the similarities within the energies from what you're experiencing about month or so. It all depends of your personal journey in there, and putting into this order in there. Today is that shift of consciousness. So basically, try to stay away from communications. Try to stay calm down, be in yourself, have this internal energies inside of you to have patience within this shift, because tomorrow there's going to be a shift forward of Jupiter, shift forward of Mercury. Things are going to begin to move it more forward. Mars it's going to be preparing to move into Leo in there, and within the masculine energies, particularly that shift for it's going to be kind of like pushed. You're gonna feel like you are pushed to create intense energies, you to create issues, you to create problems. That is it, to understand where the problems are and you to resolve them. This is gonna be a huge test that's coming for the divine energies, both divine feminine, divine masculine. So I see the light from tomorrow. You see actually the entering light, because right now Jupiter today is going to be really kind of like a rising up to Taurus. It's going to be kind of like giving us a glimpses. So you see that light that it's coming there. The sun, it is about 24 degrees in Taurus. It is about to walking within Gemini, talking about we are going to be dealing next month with friendship, friendliness. Learn how to be friends, learn how to be the right positions. Because now, this month, we learned about what is going on in the material world. And since so many things are in Taurus, it has been a lot of things going on because Pluto was once as transforming ourselves to transforming what is in the material world. Those who got in the transformations, they know what to do. Those who wondering what happened, they are going to be looking at later on to learn that. And this energy is going to repeat next year around this time. So stay tuned on this. All right. Don't you didn't miss the train. Okay. You didn't miss the train. You basically didn't know about it. The train was about this deep transformations. So with that being said, I'm gonna go through the chart. I'm gonna move you on a side up here and put the chart. What is going on today? So, with those energies that I was just telling you at 7 o'clock in the morning, midheaven is at 22 degrees of Aquarius. That it put more intensity into the authority. It's kind of like if you there is a authoritative figure, if there is authority situations, there is this boom boom boxing energies of this. This is when the rebel doesn't like the authorities. So be mindful about these energies. Don't create anything that it doesn't need to be. Ascendant is at 16 degrees of Gemini, talking about this friendliness in there. And during in this process in the morning, when you get up, when you go, and when you move, you're gonna feel this shift, this kind of like as you say, CC the light. Okay, you're gonna be shining the light because Mercury comes out of this. So it shifts the positions of communications. Go back into direct, go back into what I see. I'm tired of this darkness. I'm tired of these situations. Let's look at it. I have to fix what I need. Since is in Taurus, it is about material situations. This could be a houses, rentals, cars, banks, mortgages, so on and so on. So this is probably what you were referring to. So 8 o'clock, midheaven goes together with Saturn, a very beautiful energy with learning lessons. That is a very beautiful energy supporting Mercury retrograde in there and the North Node, but at the same time, it is supporting the Ascendant and Venus lessons to be learned. Learning from the lessons inside. What kind of lessons? Did you have lessons before Mercury retrograde? Did you practicing energies before Mercury retrograde? Now you really, you back then before Mercury retrograde, you basically learn them. Do you perform them now? And if you perform them, you actually transform yourself. And when you transform yourself, you're going to find a totally different results from within yourself there. So the energies are similar as yesterday, but they're going to be more intense later on. But tomorrow they're going to be really intense, talking about because of Jupiter entering Taurus. And if you have something within the first degrees of Leo, or you have something within the first degrees of Scorpio, or the first degree of Aquarius, oh boy, you're gonna feel it. And that is a like energy of suppressing the growth from within in the material world. Okay, so this is a huge lesson because we have some a lot of things going around the 0 degrees. I mean, we have a 0 degrees Pluto. We going to have a 0 degrees Jupiter in there, and we are having a Saturn who is at 6 degrees into Pisces, but we also have 27 degrees Mars, who is pretty much very close to the cusp with Leo. So this is going to be talking about energies, and be mindful within your actions, with your family, with your situations in there, because Mars wants to be active. Mars wants to have this fire, and specifically with that energies in there, it is about the moon that gives you this power into Mars to go ahead and talk within itself, within the intuitions. But since the moon is in Aries, that can create Mars to acting very immature, because that is the baby of the zodiac. That is a, you can watching it your actions of this is going to tell you, but at the same time is going to teach you. It's going to teach you that don't be immature and build your castle in an old castle that you don't know how much cracks it's got in there, but demolish it till the end, like the end of the ego. And that is actually a preparations when a Mars is going to be entering Leo. Because during all this period, Mars is going to be squaring Jupiter, the growth. That's mean if there is no growth, what do? You destroy the bad things from within yourself. So pay attention into this energy. They're going to be talking to you. At 9 o'clock, the ascendant is together with Venus. That is about the love. She's learning the love. Saturn, Venus, North Node, and Mercury. I'm talking about the feminine energies. That is it. When you build these feminine energies, that you know how to calm down the masculine energies. You know how to calm down the husband. You know how to find the road. It's like, you know what? If that's the road we have to go, we're gonna go through it, but let's do it this way. I think that's gonna be. This is about when the masculine puts its pride and listening the intuition, listening the feminine side, because Venus is also in Cancer. Very beautiful energy. You're tapping into that feminine side of yours. You're gonna feel the humility, like inside of you, the goodness, the caring, the compassion, which is leading together with mysteries and Pisces. That is going to be a very beautiful emotions. Because without emotions, you're not human. Okay, you're learning how to express your emotions. So there is a lot of time about this, but we're gonna go through it. But the 10 o'clock, the ascendant is together with Mars. You're probably gonna feel at 10 o'clock in the morning that Mars energies is like, I'm ready to do this. I'm ready to go this. I'm ready to remove the old. I'm ready to destroy this. But be careful with destructions. This is gonna be also the time and the moments that you remind yourself when you're destroying the demons from within. Don't make new ones. Okay, that's what that is. Huge lessons is gonna be going with all this. Midheaven, it's a 10 degrees of Aries. That is a squaring Venus. Some of you is gonna be feel like, you know what? I'm the man of the house. You don't know what you're talking about, Venus. Uh, be put within these energies. Don't create any more conflicts that you don't need to, but deal with the current conflicts to end. That's how you're leading to your inner peace from within you. Um, Later on at 11 o'clock, midheaven is going to be very close to Jupiter. Is going to be put more pressure in those intense outside of you energies. If you feel this outside of you energies of destructions, of demolishing, and so on and so on, within those are the collective energies. Okay, if you're not within this, don't even go there. Don't even attach into those energies. They are there for the collective. We are collectively in this. Because Pluto, who does the transformations, is squaring midheaven, Jupiter, the North Node, Mercury. This is talking about self sabotage, destroying your destiny, lack of growth, lack of maturity, and that inner work that you need to finish in the last minutes. Jupiter right now is exiting Aries. This is the last minutes. You have to mature. You have to be mature enough, because later on you're going to need that maturity when you're building your life in Taurus. Take the things within a mature standpoint within your own self first. Get your higher self and leading, let the higher self, which is the most mature energies within your soul right now, you to tapping into this Jupiter to understand what you need to demolish, what it needs to end, so you can have a new beginnings. So ascendant is at 8 degrees of Leo. That is also adding this squaring towards the North Node Mercury Jupiter situations in there, but there is a divine energies. You're gonna find out that the divine has this plan of this demolishing of things. So you can have fresh start, you can have a new beginning, you can have a fresh new things. You're gonna learn this because the moon is trining the ascendant at Leo. It's time to go up. So 12 o'clock midheaven is at 12 degrees in Taurus there. It resonates very well with sextile with Venus, it's with Saturn. You're shifting, go back into that feminine energies inside. And you're going to feel crazy like I have to go to the masculine, and I have shifting to a feminine, and I go to masculine, and the feminine is like, and I'm going nuts. No, actually, you're learning how to balancing those energies inside of you for your highest good. That's all that is. Because when you resolve the conflicts within, you resolve in the conflicts with everything, with work, with people, with friends, and the situations. But whether you're in a war with yourself, please don't go out and have a war with others. Okay? Mars has tendency to do this. So, talking about later on at 1 o'clock, midheaven is going to be with the sun. Very beautiful energies of authority. And Mars, we're talking about particularly there is this beautiful kite, not kite, but this beautiful angel wings that are forming with this. Because Mars is right here, midheaven with the authority, with the sun, and Uranus is up here. All that energy goes down. It goes down into Pluto. Pluto, it goes into Neptune. And Neptune right now, it goes into Mars. So what does that tell you? Your masculine energy is connecting with the inner side, inner work, with the authority in the universe, sudden changes that leads to transformations. Those transformations becomes visions, which is Neptune, and the visions becomes actions. Because how you gonna act if you're blind to see? Think about it. All right, guys. So later on at 2 o'clock midheaven, it's at 11 degrees of Gemini. That is going to be a beautiful sextile there with the moon that it's progressing within areas in there, but it's going to be squaring Saturn. And squaring Saturn usually it's like, oof, I have to learn things. And Saturn is like, well, you're not ready for this, so I'm gonna teach you, but don't oppose me. This is the moment when the teacher tells you, "Did you do your homework?" And you're like, "Not." How you feel? But the teacher is like, I'm gonna give you a lesson. I'm gonna teach you how. The ascendant at 13 degrees is opposing Saturn. So you don't like when the teacher has in mind, especially when the teacher tells you, I'm gonna have a homework for you. And you're like, oh no, what do you mean? What is going on? Nobody likes homework, right? Well, what is the homework? The homework is that is it, the beautiful energies with Venus there. That is a this Venus that it's a trining Saturn. And then the ascendant is very beautiful energies with Mercury and the North Node, and at the same time with Jupiter. So all these energies inside of it, it is about you to learn the lesson, not to sabotage yourself, not to sabotage your destiny, not to sabotage your personal growth in there when a Jupiter is going to be moved. It's all connected. It's all connected. So at 3 o'clock, the ascendant still in Virgo. There is a beautiful energies with the authority and Mercury, and I'm sorry, and Uranus there. That is going to point out to these energies of this angel wings with Mars. Ascendant is also sextiling Mars, and these beautiful energies with Pluto is going to help you to transform. Basically, the new energies are helping you to change things within yourself, but you have to be open to it. You have to be open with what Pluto taught you back a few months back when he was direct at Aquarius. Now he's like revising this, redoing this. Redo it? Yeah. Okay. So 4 o'clock energy is going to be focused particularly into the feminine side. Midheaven is going to be exactly with Venus. Midheaven, it's 8 degrees, 59 minutes. And Venus is at 8 degrees, 56 minutes. They're only 3 minutes apart. That is a, I would say, perfect conjunctions, perfect togetherness of this inner work. There, how is that connecting though? Ascendant at 7 degrees at Libra, it is squaring all this, which is talking about relationships, and those relationships they can go from situationship, from friendshipness, from soulmate, twin flames, to all the way up to a business, political, and so on. It's all relationships in there. But in that relationships, there is these divine energies of Saturn, the North Node, Mercury, and Jupiter. You're not experiencing this energy. It's kind of like you can't run away from your destiny. You can't run away from your karma. It is what it is. But you're trying to. How you're trying to? You're trying to because of Mars is trying to prevent the growth inside because you want it your own way. How do you know that the destiny that is for you is not better to what you ever picture it? And this is why that love, that Venus energies with Saturn are very beautiful because this yacht, these divine energies, they are connecting with Saturn, with in the ascendant. They're also connecting from the ascendant to the Mercury and the North Node. This is how Venus knows. This is how the love in the family knows. So this is how you know things gonna be okay, but you gotta go through the storm. And the storms are temporary. Nothing lasts forever. So at 5 o'clock, you're gonna be working with that energy of the storm. 5 o'clock, midheaven goes together with Mars. It's opposing Pluto. It's squaring all this intense energies. You see how you're shifting from feminine to a masculine. And you're like, you know what? I'm tired of this. I'm sick of it. I need to end this. I need to demolish this. I can't handle this. This is too much. This is Well, if you look at the right visions inside of it and you transform, you're going to find out you're actually fighting and destroying your shadow, your ego, your own desires that are not leading you in the right path. Stray away from your destiny. This is what those energies is leading you. And if you keep your inner peace, inner cool, be a vulnerable as masculine and honest within yourself, like what the heck that I'm doing? What I'm doing this for? I need to stop for a minute. So if you feel intense energies, stop for a minute. Stop what you're doing. Stop communication. Stop doing things. You just like sit down with yourself. This is gonna be the best energy of this. And you're gonna know because the ascendant isn't Libra, which is a balance, and that is a divine energies with Uranus. Sudden changes. That is the sudden changes you need to do. If you feel so intensity there, something in my eye bothers me. If you feel the sudden changes, that's the change you need to do. Find your balance. Find the balance from within yourself. Okay, not when you're disbalanced, you're trying to bring this balance with everyone around you and go do things inside of yourself. So at 6 p.m., boy, that energy is gonna be really intense. Yeah, this is the moment that you probably decide to do something. Don't do anything. I'm asking you, begging you, pleading you, whatever you want to do with this. 6 p.m., don't do anything. Specifically in the family, specifically in the situations within yourself. You're going into the shadow. Saturn is at 1 degrees. It's gonna be squaring Mars. It's gonna be opposing Mercury, the North Node, Jupiter. In there, it is squaring Pluto, and Pluto puts all these pressures in there. So is Mars puts pressure into Mercury, the North Node, and Jupiter. Basically, put all this pressure of kind of like a running away from what you are destined for, but you have to face your shadow in order you to reach your destiny, because your shadow stays in the way of your destiny. And if you're getting into this destiny, what is the destiny is for? Midheaven at 7 degrees of Leo is divine energies with Saturn. Ascendant is a trine with Venus and a trines with Saturn. Learning things within the divine. You to become mature, grown up within yourself, within love. Simple, right? But hard to do it. But let me ask you this: that you doing that shadow work, is that yours? Because after shadow period of Mercury retrograde, exactly is doing this purpose. Okay. So when you finish at that, you're gonna know why you go through this process in your level. All right. So 7 p.m. 7 p.m. the midheaven. It's at 22 degrees of Leo. There's gonna be these tensions towards Uranus and the Sun. You are gonna be like sudden change of authority, sudden change of things. You're taking authority over others for it, taking charge in there, like you control things. Be mindful about those energies. You're gonna be missing things. You're gonna be missing things, especially that the ascendant is at 13 degrees of Scorpio. It's still opposing uh, this Uranus, Sun, and also Mercury situations in there. So be mindful about communications. Please stay put. So 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, stay away from that. So at 8 o'clock, the energy gets a little better because the midheaven goes into Virgo, just calm down the energies there. There is a beautiful angel wings with Venus from midheaven. There is a lot of beautiful trines towards Mercury, the North Node. That is and the growth, which is Jupiter. That is when you heal this, you know what you're going to get. When I heal all these situations, you know what's going to happen inside. Ascendant is still opposing the Sun and Uranus. You're going to be challenging authority of others over you and sudden changes. You don't like sudden changes. You don't like sudden things all of a sudden. So be mindful with those actions because you might create sudden changes. They're not going to be good for you. Okay. So take time, slow down, think about it, look at it from within you. Ascendant is actually in a beautiful energies with Mars, helps to calm down the Mars. There is a beautiful kite because Mars is here, the ascendant is here. On this side, right here, it's Neptune, and on the very top, it's Pluto. That is the kite. You're taking the road of transformations in yourself because you actually doing this personal transformations for the growth because that personal growth is going to leading into growth within the material world when a Jupiter goes into Taurus. All right, 9 o'clock. That is when a midheaven is in Virgo. There is a beautiful another kite that it's there. There is a beautiful yacht between Venus and North Node and Mercury. You're gonna find out like, oh my God, I figured out what I need to do. Now I have to express it. I have to share it. I have to do it. That is a part of the feminine energies of Venus. That Venus has been find the road to create the internal peace in the family. Who is the family? First of all, it's within you. Second of all, with everyone around you, but also everyone within the earth. And this is why the midheaven that it's in Virgo at this time at 24 degrees, it is a beautiful trine with the sun and Uranus. It is a beautiful energies with Pluto. Hey Matthew, thank you for coming in. And all this, it's coming with the great visions. But the divine energies from Venus in Cancer, they're gonna be very good expressions because Venus knows. Venus learned. How does he knows? The beautiful trine with Saturn. She knows the mysteries. That is a that part of the feminine energies when it's like I'm gonna quit this. I'm not gonna do this, and then the feminine side rise up. It's like calm down, see the situations, observe it, and calm down and fix everything, and then you know how to do it. So later on at 10 o'clock, midheaven goes into 10 degrees of Libra. That is going to be opposing the moon. That is in Aries. Emotions, intensity. The moon is begin to square Venus in there. Be mindful about these situations of love and intuitions that I want. That immature intuitions there right now is in areas because there is a difference between I want, I have to, I must, you must, and so on and so on, instead of we have to do this, we need to do this. There is a difference within those two feminine energies, and that usually can lead of intense energies between mother-daughter situations or something from within all this. And since midheaven is in Libra and it's squaring Venus and it's opposing the moon, oh well, relationships. So, hi Erica, thank you for coming in. But the ascendant is going to be helping. The ascendant is going to be like, let's put in the divine to work. Give the issues to the divine. I'm going to keep my inner peace. Okay, let them do it. Let them figure it out. Let that guide us. We're just gonna sit here and relax. Best thing to do is exactly let it go. So at 11 o'clock is gonna be more intense energies are coming. Midheaven, it's 27 degrees. It's about the relationship situations in there. I mean, this is tomorrow. These energies actually they're gonna be more intense, okay? Because we have shifts. All right, we have shifted. Mercury is going direct. Jupiter is gonna be crossing into Taurus, and those shifts they're gonna be very, very powerful. But we have the divine guidance. Divine guidance. That is it from the Sun to Uranus towards the midheaven within the relationships. And we have a Neptune that is in Pisces because things are more deep than we actually see it in the surface. And if we acting what is in the surface, not what it's underneath, if you're acting like, okay, well, this is a base, it's a good stones, we don't have to demolish this, we're just gonna build on the top, you're going to find out things are beneath the surface. Look at it more deep. Look at it more deep from within yourself. Dive within all these intense energies and learn how to let it go of this intensity. Work with the divine guidance inside. Ascendant is at 2 degrees of Capricorn. There is a beautiful trines towards Jupiter, towards the North Node, towards Mercury. You're getting it. That is what it's underneath the surface. Because the way the ascendant is, the trine is underneath the surface. It's below. It's not above. It is below. Okay, it is below the event of horizon. While the midheaven, the work that you do here, it's above. And then those squares in there creates all this intensity and these oppositions of what's going on. but the real thing is look beneath the surface. All right. So that's what I'm leaving you. That's how you're gonna be entering the work within the after shadow period within your own self. So if you guys have so many questions, let me know. If not, let's close this chat, and I wish you good transformations with you guys. Because when you transform, you change, and change is good for good. All right, guys. Love you. I wish you good luck. Thank you. Thank you for sharing the love and the light, guys. And Erica, thank you. We had a great talk yesterday. It was beautiful. In the chat. It was beautiful.